Okay, let's do it. Hello, Anton. How are you?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I know you are always on the edge of the tech and real estate, so I think for my followers, it will be useful information because AI is changing the world. So, I mean, technology is changing the world, and anything we can do by ourselves, now we can do digital, like signing digital, transferring money digital, ordering food, like world is changing. So, but real estate still old fashioned world as we know. But I know
hmm
you are doing this almost, as I know you like last 5 years, you're working on digitalization. So I wanna you start give small information about people who have no clue about that. For people hearing this for the first time, what exactly is digital land or tech, sorry,
Tokenization.
digital tokenization of the land? Simple
Yeah,
words like what
yes.
is it? So educate
S-
me.
s- So, basically, like you said, for hundreds of years or thousands of years, really, real estate was always done on paper. Yeah, there's countries that have deeds that date hundreds or even thousands of years old. Certainly in Europe, there's real estate property deeds. You can date them back to 10th century, so literally 1,000 years. Here in Latin America, where I'm at right now, this is actually one of my family members' offices, not mine. Um, we have deeds that go back 500 years, as much as that, because some of the oldest cities here in Central America, they're 500 years old. So the original deeds date back to the Spanish monarchy, that when they were giving land grants, and the paper is so old that if you pick it up, it'll fall apart. Um, the problem is, though, with paperwork, is it can easily be damaged, it can easily be destroyed, it can easily be forged, and over the past and even in the present, unfortunately, that is usually what happens, especially in these countries. But even in the United States, there was a case in Los Angeles, actually, just I want to say a month, maybe 2 months ago, like in March of 2026, so very, very recently. They don't publicize it because there's no fraud in California, obviously. But if you go to the FBI website, you can see it. There was a bunch of real estate brokers that they were uh, and mortgage lenders. They were refinancing properties and then just stealing the money and forging the signatures, because there's also a
Yeah.
lag time. There's a lag time, and you're a real estate broker. It's when you buy and sell a house, there's like upwards of 2-3 months that you have to wait for the deed to be recorded. So in that time,
Yeah,
people do
did
transactions.
search. That's why people doing like a title insurance, did
hmm
insurance. That this is a whole another story. It's not related with us real estate people. What the title did, all this is still in the paper, not
hmm
digital version. So what? But when people hear blockchain and the digitalization, they think crypto. Is this actually crypto or something much more bigger? Or what's the difference? Like because people thinking is a crypto, but it's not crypto as I understand.
It's not crypto. I mean, it's crypto technology. It's not crypto in the sense you're not buying and selling Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that. The actual technology is digital ledger. A ledger, like a bank ledger, you have an entry and you have an output. And this is technology where once you put something into it, there's no way to reverse it. There's no way to delete something. So all of the data, there is a record of it in real time, and that record you can verify it in real time as well. So, I mean, I don't want to go like too deep into it, even though I have like 3 patents on this type of technology myself. So I am
Yeah.
an expert. But in very simple terms, it is the same way a bank ledger works.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is just a digital version of a ledger. And the
Mm-hmm.
way this technology is designed, there is no delete button. There's only you can make changes, but those changes are add-ons. So you see a history of all the transactions. You see that,
Yes.
hey, I took a deed, but then I had to do a quit claim, or I had to add my cousin to it, or my wife, or whatever. So there is now a new version of that deed, but you also see the old. So there is kind of an automatic title history that is recorded because of this tech. So you don't really need additional title search, because by pulling it up, you will see the entire history automatically,
So,
if that makes sense.
so as I understand, all this is data. It will be in the data centers, right? Because we should save somewhere all this information
Yeah,
digital.
so the difference between, and yes, there are you can use data centers, but another aspect of this blockchain technology is it's a decentralized ledger. So a regular system, legacy system, which is what most banks and financial institutions use today, although they are slowly switching, especially in the banking sector. Um, it's one location, it's one data center, it's one basically big hard drive that has the memory of all the information. With a decentralized system, which is what blockchain is designed, is people that are part of that network, they all have a piece of that data. So in order for there to be any kind of major hacks where people steal the information, and I'm sure there's, I mean, you can just look up online, a major data hack. There's one every month. Some big
Yes,
corporation that
yeah, yeah.
loses, millions of customers' data gets hacked and installed on the dark web. The blockchain has never been hacked because pieces of the information are stored on many computers. Usually they're called nodes. So it's not just like a regular user, it's kind of like a power user. You can think of it that way. Somebody that does lots and lots of transactions, they keep a record of everything. So but the way the technology works, I can't just hack that one person, because whenever there's a transaction, all the nodes, all the users have to consolidate the information and update it in real time. And so if one gets hacked and changed, that update will be denied by the others because it's not simultaneous.
So what's the
I don't know if I'm
situation
explaining it
now
well
in?
enough, but
Yeah, but what's the situation now? I know you're doing it for governments. It's people like digitalization, all the record. What's the situation for the U.S. Like, let's say New York, Miami? I know Miami for ahead of the everything. They're doing like
Mhm.
they receiving crypto payments. They just last month they accepting gold coins also. So what's the situation for digitalization of land and the tokenization of land in US now, especially in New York and Miami market?
So when I started almost 9 years ago now, I was, I guess, so far ahead of my time that for the first, from 2017 to really 2021, most people didn't know what the hell I was talking about. There was nothing. But now in 2026, there are a handful of companies, literally like under a dozen, maybe even under five in the United States, that are actually uh, making headways, such as my company, working with local governments for their deed and title registries on the blockchain. What it will do here in the United States is it will increase the velocity of transactions, and it'll over time greatly decrease the cost. Like now, if you're doing a new development, new real estate development, you have to do new title search as a developer, and then every buyer of the subdivision of the apartments, they have to do their own title search and title insurance, and that cost has grown over the years quite a lot. I mean, I have friends that are developers, and they're like, we refinance our property, and a title that we paid, 5, 10 grand for a decade ago now costs 10 times more in some cases.
So
So,
anyone can buy
mhm.
today anything in US by the digital asset or not yet?
Yes and no. So
Yes and no.
the I'll explain to you why yes and no. Technically, yes, I can go and I can tokenize your house. Yeah, I can go and I can tokenize your house, and you can sell fraction of that house. But in order for that to be a valid transaction, the law here is that it would be more like a timeshare rather than an actual ownership. You
Mm.
can't
Yeah, yeah,
have
yeah, yeah, I got you.
you can have a corporation on the deed, and you can have fractional shares of that corporation being sold to multiple investors. But in places like Latin America and some parts of the world, you can actually legally own fractions of a house. You don't need to have another vehicle or entity
Oh,
or different
interesting.
legislations. Yeah, it's very different here. So what happens?
Anton,
So what
one second.
mhm.
I want to check something. What's the quality of our voice? 1 second.
I can
Because
hear it
I,
just fine.
yeah, you can.
Hmm.
So, because sometimes I'm not hearing you, like it's different. But let's continue because I think we're going to make serious because explanation. Maybe we should
Hmm.
divide into like a US and we should talk about Latin
Yeah.
America because some people like can buy even today if they have digital as that they can buy by digital.
So the good thing with tokenizing real estate in the US now is that the law is catching up. Eventually it will. But even if the laws already that are on the books today, you can take an asset, you can tokenize it, especially investment assets. This is really set up more so for investment assets rather than just me buying a house for myself. For investment asset, I can tokenize that asset. I can make these fractional NFTs or shares or tokens, however you want to call it. But it's basically the same thing in this context. And after you know Rule 43, when after a year goes by, I can take these tokens, these digital shares of my asset or my LLC that owns the asset, and I can put them on the market. And I can put them on the market here in the United States, or I can put them on the market in Europe, in the Middle East, in Asia, where these real world marketplaces are much more developed than they are here in the US now. And there's more appetite than there is product today, especially for United States assets. Because the
Mm,
rest of the world looks at America, they think this is a safe market. And
yeah,
it is compared to, even Dubai was super safe. And now the real
yeah.
estate price has tanked, you
So you
know.
think that could we reach a point where buying property became as easy as buying stock on your phone?
Yes, the way I see it in the next 5, 10 years, and it's not just me. I mean, you can do the research. You'll see what I'm talking about is really happening. A few years ago, like when we met 5 years ago, 6 years ago,
Yeah,
nobody heard of Kalshi. Nobody heard of prediction markets.
yeah.
If I told you, hey, let's gamble if you get drunk tonight, you'd be like, you're out of your freaking mind. Why would people bet on that? Today, it's the hottest growing market in the world. People are betting on every stupid thing you can imagine. Uh, they the the big institutions and also the small players, they want this to happen because if you can liquefy illiquid assets such as real estate, you're unlocking like trillions of dollars of potential equity and revenue, and gambling. I mean, most people are natural gamblers. That's just what humans are. So, I the way I see it in the next 5, 10 years, you'll be able to tokenize your asset. Depending on where you are, you might have to wait a year or not. You put those fractional shares on the market, and people can buy and sell fractions of your house the same way you can sell shares of a REIT today on the market, the same way you can sell stocks, or the same way you can trade crypto in and out.
So
And it,
as I understand, tokenization make investing more accessible to regular people. Like you don't need
yeah,
big institution
because
to help with investing to real estate.
yeah, I mean, you always still want to be regulated because you don't want to be committing fraud.
Yeah.
But yeah, realistically, if you're just sticking to crypto, all you need is a crypto wallet. And then you can
Mm.
have a stable coin like a USDT or USDC, uh, use it to buy shares in your apartment building, shares in your golf course, shares in your airport, whatever you want, your hospital.
I think, Anton, we're gonna make one more videos for, because we can go and educate people and show them
Hmm.
where they can contact us to more
Yeah.
information for investing. Because like let's say in 10 years, in 2036, situation will be different, and who is ahead of technology, they will win. Like whoever bought the Bitcoin in 2005, definitely they won.
Hmm.
They made some money. So if we
Exactly.
sit here again in 2036, what do you think we will laugh at about today's real estate system? What will make us fun? Like now for me, uh, like phone, we were phone, this style phone was like, oh, we were using this one, but now everything
Yeah.
is
It's
iPhone,
digital. Yeah.
Samsung.
Exactly. Um, well, I can tell you the market right now, the real world asset tokenization market today, it's hovering around 600, $700 billion, under $1 trillion. But based on predictions of some of the biggest accounting and I don't want to call them prediction institutions, but that's kind of what they do in this case. PwC, Ernst and Young, those type of companies, they're all looking at this. Same thing with like BlackRock and whatnot. They're looking at this market and they're valuing it in the next by 2030, not even 2036, so the next four
Yeah.
or 5 years, on the low end in the $3 trillion and on the high end in the $15 trillion. Now,
By
this
the
is a
way,
good.
is it possible, like for me today, to buy any land by token in, let's say, I know in US it's a little bit
You
working on
can,
that.
yeah,
So I can buy, let's say, in Latin America, some land by this system.
yeah. Not just Latin America. I mean, in a lot of places
Okay.
now.
So there are
It's again, there's still small
where I
markets,
should
but they're
apply.
growing.
But where is this market? Where I should go to check the properties and to check the how much and what's that?
So there's a handful of, like I said, there's a handful of companies and marketplaces. Most of the current marketplaces that are operating, uh, there's U.S. ones that are only focused on the U.S. because of the compliance issues. It was U.S. and international are very different. And if you want to do global stuff, there is a handful of markets, and I don't. Uh, they don't pay me to promote them, but I can give you a list if you want.
So if anyone interesting, they can contact us, and we will walk
Yeah.
them over by the steps, what to do, how to do, because
Hmm.
Anton is pro in that, and we're gonna make different videos, of course. This was first our video, and I'm in Montauk. Maybe we can start digitalization with Hampton, because Hampton
Hmm.
zip code, one of the expensive zip codes in US, like one of the 5 expensive wealthy zip codes in the world. Even if US is worth the same,
Hmm.
so maybe, so today I'm
Actually,
here. Yeah.
a lot of the higher end properties
Mhm.
are being tokenized now. There is a handful of companies. I'm friends with some of the owners of those companies that really focus on just tokenizing these trophy properties. Uh,
Trophy, yeah, because
yeah,
trophy is like a buying diamond, right?
right,
it's
right,
a
right.
it's a different game.
So yeah, but what it does, what this lets you do, especially in the European markets, which already accept these real world asset tokens, is
Ah,
you can
okay.
basically take
Like
them and you can
Empire
put them into
State Building.
trade. Yeah, yeah, but you can put them into trade there. So you can liquefy, you can get the financing, tokenize it, and then liquefy the whole deal in the European market. And there's no shortage of institutional investors that
Yeah,
are
definitely.
sitting there. They don't want to go in and buy the crypto meme coins, and
Yeah,
maybe
they
they'll
wanna buy
10x
the
or
real asset.
right. You're
Okay,
talking about,
I
they're
will cut around this, which will be our interview, first
okay.
interview. But I think I'm gonna make some teaser from that, so we can educate people about the tokenization, whether they can buy, and if someone really interesting, they should contact us. From there, we will
Yeah.
walk around. Look who is here. I am Anton. Hi,
Hi.
Anton. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Doing good.
So everyone is
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let me check what we did. Посмотрю, какое качество. Но это как бы даже плохое выйдет, это как бы мы первый раз делали.
No, it's okay.
Посмотрим как. Я просто уже вчера подумала о тебе, подумала, что давай мы сделаем это. Если хорошо, если, может быть, еще мы должны что-то сделать, но эта программа шикарная. Шикарная. Еще сюда можно поставить скрипт и читать question, и что-то хочешь делать, еще удобно. So, Anton,
Yeah.
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And I think we're going to educate people and guide them how to buy the digitalization, how to buy the land by the tokens. And it's the future of real estate, actually, because old-fashioned world, like 10 years ago, no one used, like, let's say, Zillow. But now everyone going
Yeah.
to Zillow. Street easy. Everyone making it lighter with AI. World is changing. So let's say we are pioneers.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Anton. Let me
So,
cut and paste. Let's see how it will work. We'll contact you. Thank you very much.
хорошо.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.